Cafe. As twilight fades, night slowly descends upon this strange yet familiar land. The aroma of coffee wafts through the air as soft violin music trickles out of the record player. There are a few customers in the cafe, all quietly listening without much talking. You and Artem find a corner to sit down and you lower your voice as well, discussing what to order in a hushed tune.
이곳의 시그니처 커피를 마셔보거나 시즌 신메뉴를 맛보는 것도 좋을 것 같네요.
Artem opens the menu filled with foreign text, about to introduce each coffee to you. You gently stop him with a touch on his hand. I'd eventually already decided what I wanted to order on the same night I planned this trip. Home. About 2 weeks ago, after much searching, Artem managed to get a restored Blu-ray copy of an old movie. On the night you received the package, the two of you found some time to enjoy the classic movie from many years ago. The weather is still cold despite signs of warmth. You grab a blanket and cuddle up with Artem, opening the can of coconut water on the coffee table.
오늘 좀 쌀쌀하네요. 따뜻한 음료를 가져다 줄게요.
Artem is about to get up, but you quickly pull him back to your side. The blanket is warm and cozy, and it feels perfect when we lean against each other.
알겠어요. 그럼 이제 영화 볼까요?
As Artem's voice gently trails off, you nod against his shoulder in response. Accompanied by the soft rustling of fabric, the protagonist's monologue in the movie begins. I thought I had forgotten all about those things, but the smell of beans coming from somewhere struck me all at once. Suddenly, it felt as if I was falling into a pool of old memories where everything about the old house surged into me, like water filling my lungs. The story slowly unfolds, carrying you into a distant memory full of twists and turns.
냄새.
Arthur mutters something, but you only manage to catch one word. When you look up, you catch a glimpse of his nose twitching slightly. Do you smell something?
아니요. 방금 저 대사를 들으니까 예전에 봤던 이론이 떠올라서요. 인간은 수만 가지의 서로 다른 냄새를 구분할 수 있어요. 게다가 후각은 시각이나 청각보다 기억과도 직접적으로 연관되어 있어서 더 오래 남기도 하죠.
Arthur smiles and explains the theory to you, seemingly unaware that he had just sniffed the air around him. We can distinguish many smells. That's actually amazing. With a sigh, you lean back against his shoulder. The movie is still playing, so you both tacitly agree to remain silent. But thinking about the theory Arthur mentioned, you can't help but take a deep breath. It's true, I've never noticed it before. The blanket carries the fresh scent of shower gel, and the sweet scent of coconut water permeates the air. And the aging DVD player hums softly, its overheating gears giving off a faint metallic scent. These smells only reveal themselves with deliberate focus. Halfway through the movie, the sound of vibration breaks the silence. Artem leans forward to grab his phone from the coffee table. The movie is just getting to the good part, so you quickly hit pause to let him check his message.
국제 신규 법안 포럼에서 온 회의 초대장이에요. 새로 개정된 국경 간 법안에 대해 교류하고 논의하는 게 주된 내용이네요. 시간 괜찮으면 같이 가는 건 어때요? 2주 후라서 비자 신청도 충분할 것 같은데.
Can I come too?
네. 주최 측에서 젊은 법조인들을 환영한다고 했어요. 게다가 일정도 그리 빡빡하지 않아서요. 여유 시간에 현지를 둘러볼 수도 있으니 여행이라고 생각하면 될 것 같아요.
Huh. You are even more surprised by Artem's reaction. He has always drawn a clear line between work and leisure and rarely suggests using work as an opportunity for you to spend time alone together. Seeing that you are looking at him speechlessly, Artem finally realizes that he is acting a little differently from usual.
아, 설명을 제대로 못했네요. 사실 회의가 열리는 장소가 좀 특별한 곳이라서요.
He shows you the invitation while speaking of a familiar sounding country name. It was when we. Years have passed and your memories of that country have long faded, but there is a cafe there that witnessed your incredibly romantic first meeting with Artem. But then you joined an overseas study program organized by your college. While wandering around, you wanted to get a coffee and happened to walk in right when the cafe was holding their movie night event. The staff asked you to pick a song, but the language barrier left you confused until a customer from your hometown stepped in to translate and even recommend a song for you. Later, by chance, you found out that this customer who recommended a song to you was none other than Artem. If the conference is being held there, nostalgia and anticipation well up together as Autumn takes your hand in his, continuing the words you have left unspoken.
네, 우리가 처음 만난 곳이에요. 다시 갈 기회가 생겼으니 같이 가요.
Cafe. And today, 2 weeks later, you are sitting in that memorable cafe just as planned. So, do you remember which coffee you ordered that day? I'd like to have the same coffee as you did. You smile and share your thoughts as if by doing so, you could feel a little closer to the him who sat in this very cafe years ago looking at you.
내 기억엔 이런 거였던 것 같아요.
Autumn flips through the menu, carefully identifying the one from his memory and reading the description next to it attentively.
근데 향도 진하고 현지 특산 원두를 사용해서 맛이 독특한데 입맛에 맞을지 모르겠네요.
Unique. You take a sniff. The coffee aroma lingering in the air is definitely different from what you normally find in Stylish, but it still smells good. Is, is it what I'm smelling right now? I quite like it.
아니요, 이건 아닌 것 같아요. 뭔가 이상한데 아무래도 다른 냄새랑 커피 향기랑 섞여서 그런가 봐요. 잘 구분이 안 되네요.
Other sense. Seeing that you are lost in thought, Autumn shakes his head and closes the drink menu.
고민할 거 없어요. 가서 먼저 주문하고 올게요.
Great, I'm looking forward to it. You nod and watch as Autumn stands up and walks to the counter, exchanging a few words with the owner in a foreign language. 2 minutes later, he returns with 2 plates of dessert, his smiling gaze meeting yours once again.
커피는 몇 분 더 걸릴 것 같아요. 연하게 한 잔 주문했는데 입맛에 안 맞으면 내 거랑 바꿔요.
As he speaks, he rearranges the table setting, moving the candle from the center to a corner to make room for the dessert plates and the coffee that will soon be served. As his sleeve brushes past, it stirs up a gentle breeze, and in the flowing air there seems to be a familiar scent lingering. Wait, is that scent from before? Maybe it's the rebound effect at work. Even though Artem said not to overthink it, you're still unconsciously trying to find out why the coffee aroma smells a bit off. You lean closer to the candle on the table and take a sniff, finally pinpointing the source of the scent. I see, it's from this coffee scented candle.
그래요?
Seeing that he also leans over to check out the candle, you feel so relief. Clearly, you aren't the only one wrestling with the rebound effect.
그래서 좀 이상한 냄새가 났나 보네요. 안에 초가 타는 냄새가 섞여 있었어요.
But this candle smells very good and unique. Is it specially made to match the coffee aroma here? You two huddle in the corner of the table, whispering about the scented candle until the stronger aroma of coffee wafts over. The owner places 2 cups of coffee on your table, then picks up an unlit candle from the neighboring table and walks over as if wanting to give it to you. Artem quickly walks over to the owner and chats for a bit. After the owner walks away, he explains everything that just happened to you.
향초가 마음에 들면 하나 가져가도 된다네요.
Come to think of it, the owner not only gave you that miraculous vinyl record when you and Artem first met, but also specially sent you a housewarming gift when you move. This romance and passion have remained unchanged through the years. I like it a lot, but we've already received the most precious gift. The steam rising from the coffee cup seems to draw you back to that winter night from years ago. The warm flames, flowing melody, the language you can hardly understand, and Autumn's face in the corner tinted red by the flickering lights. To have a romantic encounter before your life paths truly intersect is nothing short of a miraculous gift.
그렇죠. 그래서 매번 올 때마다 선물 주면 부담스럽다고 했더니 그제야 그만두시더라고요.
Autumn's tone carries a sense of relief, but no sooner does he finish speaking than the owner returns. However, this time the owner isn't holding a scented candle but a bulging paper bag. One by one, he takes out the stuff from the paper bag: glass cups, wax materials, wicks, essential oils. The small table in front of you is piled with all sorts of things. Huh, are these candle making materials? Autumn translates what you see to the owner, who gives you a thumbs up and nods.
어, 향초를 받고 싶지 않다면 직접 만들어 보는 게 어떻겠냐고 하시네요. 해볼래요? 한 한두 시간이면 충분할 것 같은데.
The table is piled high with crafting materials, almost like a DIY workshop, a clear sign of the owner's warm hospitality. Autumn is obviously interested. You nod while rolling up your sleeves. Sure, let's make a candle that's uniquely ours. We can add some other decorations to suit our taste. As the blueprint in your mind gradually takes shape, you pull Artem along to study the diverse materials. The candle on the corner of the table is still burning, its silhouette overlapping with the bustling, lamp-lit street on the glass window. Time will always pass, so why not seize every fleeting moment and create more memories together? No need to see the bright lights out there. You've got your own little flame right here in the corner. Cafe. With the owner's help, a corner of the cafe becomes a DIY workshop just for you two. The prepared wax all solidifies into a translucent form in the glass cup. Following the online tutorial video, your candle quickly begins to take shape.
이렇게 되면 굳은 거겠죠?
I guess so. You pick up the glass cup and give it a gentle shake. The wax liquid inside remains perfectly still.
그럼 심지를 고정한 나무 조각을 떼어낼게요.
Autumn carefully moves away the small wooden boards on either side of the wick, as if conducting a precise experiment. Seeing how serious he is, you can't help but laugh and give his tense shoulder a gentle squeeze. Relax, isn't this just perfect?
아, 긴장한 게 아니라 좀 더 잘하고 싶은 것뿐이에요.
After the wooden pieces are removed, Artem visibly relaxes as he holds your hand on his shoulder with ease.
이제 조금 꾸며봐야겠죠?
Yes, let me see. You look around at the decorative materials, pick out a few dried flowers in suitable colors, and try to decorate the top of the candle with their petals. Do you think the petals look better this way, or should we rotate them? Ah, you feel a sticky sensation at the top of the candle, and before you can control your strength, the petals leave a faint mark on its surface. Looks like it hasn't completely solidified yet.
그래도 괜찮아요.
Autumn takes the petals from your hand and places them back on the candle, then adds two red beans on the side, making the mark almost invisible. It's beautiful. You hold up the candle cup and admire it carefully in the cafe's light. The candle is small, with barely enough room for decorations on top, yet its simplicity makes it prettier than you imagine. Because it was lit and you were inexperienced, you first chose a small candle cup, but now seeing the finished product, you can't help but want more. If you have time in the next few days, maybe you can try making some bigger candles with more complex designs. Seeing that you're already admiring the finished product, the owner eagerly comes over to look as well. From his string of compliments, you manage to catch a few key words. Is he saying that the candle looks really good?
맞아요. 그리고 알아보니까 근처에서 마침 향초 박람회를 하고 있더라고요. 거리 하나가 통째로 향료 시장으로 되어 있나 봐요. 완성된 향초는 물론이고 향료도 판대요. 몇 개 더 만들어 보는 것도 좋을 것 같은데 한번 가볼래요? 흔한 기회도 아니고 하나만 만들기에는 좀 아쉽잖아요.
Artem smiles and fiddles with the candle in your hand. His idea is on the same page as yours. Sounds great. It'd be even better to customize the fragrance ourselves.
그럼 호텔로 돌아가서 계획을 세워볼까요?
Autumn's words make you check the time and you realize it's already very late. Let's head back. The candle by the window is still burning, though it has become a bit shorter. You clean up the table, put the freshly made candle in your pocket, and promise the owner you'd come back again. Hotel room. After getting back to the hotel and tidying up, you place the candle cup on the bedside table and take out the lighter you bought on the way. Come here, let's light the candle together. If this were the only candle you made, you might hesitate to light it and keep it forever. Since you'll be making more scented candles together, now you just want to share this moment of lighting it with Artem. Artem puts down his phone and sits beside you, his soft hair and gaze falling at your side. You can't tell if he is looking at the candle or you. The lighter approaches the wick, and with a soft crackle, the flame springs to life, casting a warm yellow glow on the wall. It smells so good. The rich aroma of coffee slowly spreads through the air, and your thoughts drift along with it. It feels like reliving the moment when you were struggling with candle making, and it seems as if the sensation of pinching his shoulder to help him relax still lingers in your palm. Autumn seems to be thinking the same thing, his shoulder shifting slightly against yours.
향초를 만들 때 좀 긴장했던 것 같아요. 다음엔 더 잘할 수 있겠죠?
Of course, with this experience under our belts, we'll be more skilled next time. The candle's aroma and warmth wraps around you both as you lean against Autumn and catch a glimpse of the expo event page on his phone screen. Speaking of next time, when should we go buy the ingredients? Artem doesn't respond immediately. Instead, he subconsciously frowns, causing you to have a bad feeling about this. Does the exposed schedule conflict with the meeting?
네, 시간이 좀 빠듯해요.
Let's split up then. You can go to the meeting while I go get the materials. Several sessions are closed door, so I have a bit more free time. You eagerly make a suggestion, but Artem shakes his head.
괜찮아요. 꼼꼼히 계산해 봤는데 회의 끝나자마자 바로 가면 충분히 시간 될 것 같아요.
Remembering that he has a full schedule of meetings in the coming days and will also need to participate in discussions, you are a bit worried that he might become overwhelmed. Won't that be too exhausting for you?
시간은 괜찮아요. 같이 가고 싶어서 그래요.
Artem just looks at you earnestly, repeating what he said before. In the glow of the candlelight, his eyes sparkle with a hint of gentle resolve.
후각과 관련된 기억이 더 오래 간다면서요. 향료 시장에 다양한 향이 있잖아요. 그냥 앞으로의 추억을 위해 미리 준비하고 싶어요.
He speaks calmly, and you know he doesn't see it as sweet talk. It's just a natural, matter of fact thought in his mind. But every word carries his warmth, melting tenderly in your heart, and you can feel the deep, gentle love he has for you beneath the words. With your heart brimming with love and emotion, you gently place a kiss on his lips. Alright, let's go tomorrow then. He is slightly taken aback, seemingly unsure of the reason for this kiss, but returns it out of habit anyway. A gentle kiss lingering with the aroma of coffee. Spice Market. The store is closing up too. The meeting ends later than expected, and by the time you arrive at the expo, the exhibition is already winding down. Only a handful of stalls are still open. You stubbornly drag Artem from stall to stall, checking against the guide you had looked up on your phone earlier, hoping to buy some of the expo exclusive ingredients. But after going down the list, you realize that the stores are either closed or the limited edition items have already sold out. After confirming that the last type of ingredient listed in the guide is also sold out, you stop at the intersection, unsure of where to head next.
일찍 와야 했네요.
Artem lowers his gaze and sighs, looking even more distressed than you, who had spent half the night looking up guides.
미안해요. 내가 괜히 기다려달라고 해서.
He raises his hand as he speaks, as if wanting to fix your wind tousled hair, but both his words and movements freeze midair, midway, his fingers dropping back before touching you. You grab his hand and pull it to your chest, drawing his uneasy gaze back to you along with it. It's not your fault. Who could have thought these ingredients would be so popular? Besides, popular types might not even suit us. Let's just find the scents we really like.
네,
Artem's eyes flicker for a moment as he smiles at you. You can't tell if he has truly let go of his guilt or if he is just forcing himself to appear interested. Eager to convey your thoughts to him, you unconsciously grip his hand tighter. It will be more delightful when every scent from the lit candles is one we've chosen ourselves. I mean it. After a brief silence, Artem holds your hand tighter and gently smooths your hair with his other hand, his fingertips leaving a trace of warmth behind your ear.
그렇겠네요. 더 행복하겠어요. 나중에 우리가 같이 시장을 둘러보던 모습을 추억할 수 있었으면 좋겠어요.
Alright, let's start with the nearest stall. Not far away, the lit up stalls stretch in a row. You leave disappointment and self blame in the shadows at the intersection, then walk hand in hand towards the light. Since every moment will eventually belong to you as memories, right now, this entire night and street belong to you as well. So there's no need to rush. You just want to explore all the still open stalls with him and personally open every scented bottle and every box of ingredients. Follow your heart and use your intuition to find the scent belonging to you. As you stroll down the street, your hands fill up with more and more ingredients, and you've completely forgotten about the little incident from where you first arrived. You two stroll until the street is bathed in starlight, and the closing bell rings through the fair. In those final minutes, you pick up a scented bottle beside you and open it. This is a comforting woody scent with faint coconut undertones waft over, enveloping your body in a gentle warmth. You can feel something fuzzy against your cheeks, like being wrapped in a blanket with only half your face exposed, your warm breath hitting the fabric and bouncing back onto your face. The bedroom is dim, and the warm night makes you drowsy. As you start to zone out, the person beside you chuckles softly, pulling down your blanket and offering you a glass of coconut water. You take a sip, and it feels like a cool breeze gently brushing through your mind and throat. It smells like that one movie night. Your thoughts finally return to the present moment. Looking at the perfume bottle in your hand and the formula sheet beside it, you realize you were just standing there, lost in thought for a while. So, this is what it feels like when something takes my breath away. Term, you take the scented bottle and try to share it with him, only to find him standing in front of another shelf not far away, seemingly not having heard you call out to him. Distracted by curiosity, you forget to share the scent with him as you lean closer to read the label of the bottle in his hand. Autumn's finger is blocking the words, leaving only part of the text you can't seem to recognize. What is this? Artem instinctively lowered his arm, hiding the bottle at his side. After realizing what he has done, he clears his throat awkwardly. You can't help but tease him, playfully tugging at his sleeve. Some mysterious scent. Won't you share it with me?
어, 안 알려주고 싶은 게 아니라 이 향이 나한테는 특별한 의미가 있어서요.
He lowers his gaze shyly, but when he looks up again, his eyes are filled with sincere honesty.
만들면서, 아니, 불 붙일 때 맞게 해주고 싶어요. 그러니까 잠깐만 비밀로 해줄래요? 이게 완성되면 그때 같이 답을 확인해 봐요.
Huh, you want to complete it by yourself?
그래도 돼요?
Autumn asks in a low voice, and your curiosity turns into anticipation for the surprise. Sure, I'll wait for you to call me to light the candle. But hearing him say that, a similar thought comes to your mind as well. But it's only fair if I get to keep mine a secret for now. A secret for now too. You tightly grip the scented bottle hidden behind your back, which is meant for the movie night together alone. Since he wants to prepare a surprise for you, you'll secretly keep this too and make it a return gift for him.
네, 그럼 그렇게 해요.
Yeah, now we both have things to look forward to. The closing bell rings out once more, signaling the market event is drawing to a close, and this fairy tale light night also comes to an end. You each pay for your chosen ingredients at a stall, quietly giving each other space. On the way back, the paper bag filled with ingredients rustled softly. Perhaps it is the night breeze, or perhaps it is the sound of two seeds unknowingly planted in memories, quietly beginning to sprout. Hotel room. Early the next morning, you are awakened by rustling sounds. You instinctively reach out beside you only to touch the edge of a piece of fabric.
아,
Hearing Artem's subtle sigh, you open your eyes and see him sitting by the bed with his back facing you, his shirt only half on. Meanwhile, the other sleeve hangs loosely on the bed and you unknowingly hold it in your hand. Seeing him getting ready to leave, you immediately sit up in bed, your drowsiness completely vanishing. What time is it? I'll go get ready right away.
괜찮아요. 오늘 회의는 방청이 안 돼서 좀 더 자고 있어요.
You let out a sigh of relief as you drip the hood over Arthur's shoulders, belatedly realizing that you will have to spend the day apart. Arthur methodically puts everything in place and returns to you. The warmth of his palm and a gentle kiss land on your hair one after another, like a ripple of water.
먼저 가볼게요. 무슨 일 있으면 전화해요.
Okay, you don't need to worry about me. The door opens and closes, and Arthur's footsteps appear outside. It is rare to have a chance to sleep in, so you stay in bed a while longer as Arthur suggested, but you no longer feel drowsy. There's no point in staying in this room. Since I'm here as a tourist, I might as well grab breakfast and go out for a stroll. You plan to explore some new sites, but before you know it, you find yourself at the entrance of the cafe again. It isn't even noon yet, and with the secret ingredients you bought from the market in your bag, it's the perfect time to finish preparing that gift for Artem. And so you gently push open the door. Good morning! The elderly man sits behind the counter. You greet him in simple local dialect, but he glances at the curtain behind the counter and responds with a long string of words with a peculiar expression. He speaks so fast that you can't keep up, hastily opening a translation app on your phone. I'm sorry, could you please repeat that? The waveform on the translation app starts to bounce, but before the owner can speak, the curtain behind him is suddenly lifted. Arthur walks out with a candle cup that he has just started decorating, his words being recorded by your phone. The voice translation suddenly plays, "Do you have a bigger cup? The words come to an abrupt halt, and what follows is unrecognizable because the speaker has been caught red-handed and is left momentarily speechless. He holds up the curtain with his hand and you remain still. The vinyl record in the cafe continues to play music slowly. The suddenly still scene is like a movie frozen on a single frame. Your eyes meet and it takes both of you a moment to recover from the shock. Autumn, why are you...
회의가 오후로 미뤄졌어요.
Autumn smiles awkwardly and walks up to you to explain in a soft voice.
연락하려고 했는데 만나도 오래 못 있을 것 같아서 그냥 향초나 만들고 있었어요. 당신도 그 비밀이라는 걸 만들러 온 거예요?
Mm-hmm. I was bored at the hotel, so I came here, but I didn't expect to meet him here again. Your gaze briefly falls onto the candle cup in Artem's hand before returning to his face. He stands very close to you, so close that the scent on his body fills your breath, making your brief parting this morning feel like an illusion. When I saw you come out from behind the curtain just now, I almost thought this cafe had a certain magic. The kind of magic that will definitely lead you to me. This metaphor might be a bit childish, but since you're in a foreign land anyway, Artem is the only one who can understand what you said. Artem lets out a soft chuckle, his eyes filled with a warm nostalgia.
나도 당신이 점장님과 마주 서 있는 모습을 보고 과거로 돌아간 줄 알았어요.
Really? And then there weren't any translation apps that would play an audio back to you.
네, 그때는 없었죠.
Artem nods and after a moment's thought, he adds,
다행히도 없었죠. 안 그랬으면 내가 통역을 도와줄 일도 없었을 테니까요.
You always seem to have so much to talk about regarding that night. If you keep chatting like this, the brief lunch break will quietly slip away. From the time you two spotted each other, the owner has been attending to other customers. When he passes by the counter again and sees that you're both still there, he gives Artem a casual pat. This time, you can understand what he is saying without the help of a translation app. He is telling Artem to invite her. Past and present overlap once again, and a long time ago you had received a similar advice. Go and invite that gentleman over there. I will, Artem replies to the owner, as if also answering for your pasta from years ago. Then he turns to you and shakes the candle cup in his hand.
이게 좀 작아서 더 큰 걸로 바꿔올 테니까 같이 만들래요?
Huh, I thought this was supposed to be kept secret. Artem sniffs the scent of ingredients on his body and smiles lightly.
어차피 다 맡았을 텐데요, 뭘. 거기다 이제 막바지라 마지막으로 향료 하나만 넣으면 끝이에요. 방금 문득 나보다 당신이 이걸 더 잘할 것 같다는 생각이 들었어요.
Good, I'll do it. The answer is about to be revealed early as Artem orders 2 cups of coffee from the owner and leads you toward the curtain hanging behind the counter. The ingredients you should add at the entrance to an unknown area, everything makes your curiosity grow stronger. But no matter how curious or excited you are, it's probably justified. After all, even the most magical things can happen in this cafe. Mysterious room. Is this a collection room? Following Artem into the small room behind the curtain, you can't help but let out a gasp of amazement. You thought this might be the owner's lounge or a storage room, but it is clearly furnished and well organized. Various movie and music collectibles are displayed everywhere. Rather than a place to rest, it feels more like an art studio.
여기 있는 게 다 점장님의 소장품이에요. 예전에 영화의 밤 이벤트를 열 때도 여기 있는 음반들을 사용했죠. 아까 향료 배합으로 고민하니까 천천히 생각하라면서 잠깐 이 공간을 내주셨어요. 지금 향료는 거의 다 넣었고 이제 마지막 하나가 남았는데 먼저 어떤지 말해줄래요? 지금 이 향 괜찮아요?
The pot of melted wax on the table is still being heated, its scent permeating the air. You carefully identify the scent, which smells like a warm stove. It smells nice, kind of like the scented candles at the cafe, but warmer. Did you add citrus or sandalwood to the mix?
그것도 있고 캐러멜도 살짝 넣었어요.
Artem leans over and holds onto the table next to you, enveloping both you and the lingering scent in his embrace. It feels like such a cozy winter, sipping coffee by the fire, warm and comfortable. So, which ingredient should we add now? You lean forward to look at the various bottles lined up on the table and notice only one small bottle shows no signs of use. Arthur picks up the bottle that you're staring at and opens it before handing it to you.
아, 근데 아직 얼마나 넣을지를 못 정했어요. 괜찮다면 같이 봐줄래요?
You curiously sniff the mouth of the bottle, and the unexpected scent makes you freeze for a moment. The clean scent of the ocean wafts into your nose as if a refreshing sea breeze is embracing you. It smells refreshing. No wonder Artem still hasn't finalized the blend ratio. Compared to the current warm and rich base, this last ingredient is indeed quite eccentric. But the current scent already smells quite nice, and you're worried that adding it improperly might ruin the overall feel. Do you really want me to add it? What if I accidentally ruin what you've already made? After a brief contemplation, Artem pours out a small portion of the prepared mixture and hands it to you.
일단 테스트라 생각하고 이걸로 시도해봐요.
Okay. You carefully add 2 drops and seeing that there is no smell, you add a few more drops.
어때요?
Artem seems a bit nervous watching your every move intently. It smells good together. Here, sniff it. The cozy vibe just got a little chilly and it feels more like winter as if we're sitting by the stove watching snow fall outside the window. You describe what the blend reminds you of as you hand the small cup back to him. In your reverie, tiny snowflakes like soft down feathers melt and evaporate before they can drift through the window, transformed by the warmth inside the cool, moist mist. The fire in the stove crackles, and the mist balances out the dryness as people huddle together by the fire, spending their winter night in each other's warmth.
눈이 생각났어요?
I was just following my previous train of thought and got carried away. Does it smell off? The imagined scene seems to have gone astray. You're worried that it isn't the scent he wanted, but he just shakes his head gently.
아, 그냥 이건 내 시점에서 본 이야기예요.
The word perspective immediately reminds you of what happened on the night you first met. Artem repeatedly mentioned this word the first time you traced back to this past.
우리가 함께 이곳에 다시 오게 된 걸 기회로 첫 만남의 감정을 다른 방식으로 남겨두고 싶었어요. 그래서 그날 밤을 천천히 떠올리면서 커피와 불빛의 향을 골라봤죠. 근데 그것만으로는 그때의 내 감정을 표현하기에 부족하다는 걸 곧 깨달았어요. 그러다 향료 부스에서 이걸 발견한 거예요.
While recalling his mood when selecting the ingredients, Artem introduces the various scents he had added, finally picking up the bottle of essential oil with an oceanic aroma. Your thoughts drift back to that night along with his memories. That night was indeed quite chilly on the streets, but you can no longer remember whether it snowed. All you remember is the warm breeze blowing on your face when you opened the door, which felt like spring was there after passing that door. Before you can recall more details, Artem continues to speak.
이 향기는 당신이 문을 열 때 들어온 바람과 비슷하게 느껴졌어요. 당신이랑도 닮았고요.
He pauses briefly before adding this phrase, his voice soft yet echoing endlessly in your mind. Like the breeze and me. In your memory, Artem sat behind the lamp in the corner. If the cold wind could truly reach him, it would have surely been transformed into a warm breeze. Like snowflakes drifting through the window in your imagination, they fly past the flames and melt into a spring rain. However, if a whiff of a cool breeze do linger,
이게 내 비밀이에요. 처음에는 서프라이즈라고 했지만 실은 나한테 더 특별한 의미가 있었어요.
not at all. I never imagined I'd receive such a meaningful gift. It's the most meaningful surprise for both of us. Let it drift within your shared memories. By the time you finish preparing the remaining mixture according to the test formula and complete Artem's secret candle, it's already time for him to head to his meeting. Artem, who has been tidying up the materials on the table, suddenly stops and turns to ask you.
오후에도 여기서 계속 캔들 만들 거예요?
After touching the ingredients in your bag, you shake your head and help him clean up the scattered tools on the table. I don't plan on keeping my secret anymore. I'll go stroll around the ingredient market again. We can come here together after your meeting is over. When the time comes, you can go together to collect the fragments from your memories and piece together the story called The Two of You in Your Eyes. Home. After this brief journey abroad, you and Artem both return to your familiar daily routines.
이거 괜찮네요. 아니면 이것도 있고.
Artem lowers his head, picking through a stack of DVDs while you quietly pick up a piece of fruit and bring it to his mouth. He eats it absentmindedly before looking up. The DVD scattered messily on the sofa reveal his inner struggles.
특별히 추천할 만한 게 없어요. 다 명작이라 오늘 밤에 보고 싶은 걸 골라봐요.
You have no recommendations? You're taken aback. Artem has always been enthusiastic about sharing his movie list with you, but today... Are you feeling down?
아니요. 그저 얼마 전 여행에서 영화평을 쓸 새로운 영감을 얻었을 뿐이에요.
You lean closer to see his expression. Artem smiles gently as he stacks the DVDs back into a pile. New inspiration?
네. 향기와 기억의 연관성이라는 관점에서 새로운 영화 평론을 써보려고 해요. 근데 아직 어떤 걸 써야 할지 고민 중이에요.
How about watching that old movie from before again? Struck by a familiar scent, I fall into memories. Didn't you also think of some related theories back when we last watched this movie? Maybe watching it again will give you new insights.
좋아요. 한 번 더 봐요.
After a moment's thought, Artem picks out a DVD from the stack and puts it into the DVD player.
사실 저번에 이 영화를 본 뒤로 나도 모르게 전보다 냄새에 더 신경 쓰게 된 것 같아요. 지금 이 순간들이 언젠가 익숙한 냄새로 인해 떠오를 수 있다고 생각하니까 더 많은 향을 기억하고 싶어져요. 특히
This is slowly drawn into the player. After a moment, you hear the hum of the spinning disc and Artem abruptly stops talking. The screen quietly displays the selection list, but Artem crouches in front of the DVD player, unmoving. What's wrong? Is it not playing? Worried that something has gone wrong, you run to his side. The DVD player is quite old and you'd previously been talking about getting a new one before going abroad. Just as you're about to bend down to solve the technical problem with him, Artem looks up at you with a smile.
당신의 비밀 향초 향 말이에요. 혹시
On the eve of your return, you and Artem complete the candles as promised. The scent is almost exactly as you imagine, making you feel as if you're home, sinking into the sofa together with Artem. Artem doesn't let you reveal the answer, but his expression remains puzzled as he picks up the candle to sniff it several times, making it hard for you to watch him gas alone. Here's a hint, this scent is also related to us. Artem lowers his gaze and slowly explains his analysis to you.
알고 있어요? 주요 성분의 향이 집에 있는 바디워시랑 비슷해서 처음 맡았을 때 바로 떠올랐거든요. 코코넛이랑 우디 향이 조금 나서 맡았을 때 마음이 편안해지더라고요.
He quickly identifies several ingredients, but eventually shows a puzzled expression.
뭔가 이상한데 뭐라고 설명해야 할지 모르겠어요. 향이 좀 이상해요.
After thinking for a while, he is still unable to find the right words. Eventually, he reluctantly concludes his analysis with the word strange. His serious demeanor is rather adorable. Getting close, I'll reveal the answer.
아니요, 아직은 말하지 마요.
Artem shakes his head like a diligent student who refuses to check the answer, determined to achieve perfect marks on his own.
우리랑 관련된 향이라면 다음에 맡았을 때 알아차릴 수 있겠죠.
Definitely.
그럼 기다려봐요. 내가 직접 답을 찾고 싶어요.
Home. As Artem anticipated, the answer emerges from thin air on this very night, several days later. Congrats! It's the same from when we watched movies together. You make a +1 gesture and lead Artem back to sit on the sofa, placing your two secret candles side by side on the coffee table. Body wash, coconut water, and the subtle metallic scent of heated electronics waft into the air, along with the whirring of the DVD player. These scents blend together, reminding you of all those nights you both spent watching movies wrapped in blankets. Actually, I only noticed it when I watched this movie last time. I hadn't paid attention to it before. But after actually recreating that scent, it smells exactly the same. You lean into Artem's arms and hand the candle to him again. No matter the summer heat or winter chill, this small sofa remains your constant haven where you share nights just like this throughout all 4 seasons. Being able to put all the trivial matters aside and to casually rest your head on his arm while your thoughts drift freely along with the movie playing on the screen. Or maybe just zone out and think about nothing at all. I really love nights like this. Artem doesn't say anything for a moment, only shifting his arm to pull you closer to him. The air is quiet and a little humid as it passes between the two of you. You have both sat quietly on many nights like this, heads leaning against each other until the movie ends or you unknowingly fall asleep. Or chat while watching movies, with the soft hum of the DVD player and the familiar old movies you've seen several times over serving as background noise. Either way, you love it. Because on these nights, you're here by each other's side.
사실 우리의 향기라고 했을 때 진작 눈치채야 했어요.
Perhaps having enjoyed this quiet moment enough, Artem speaks softly, bringing up the hint you gave him earlier. But thinking about it now, that was admittedly a pretty bad hint. I'm sure you could have figured that out without me telling you. Because both of our secret candles share our scent. You hear Artem's soft chuckle as he tilts his head, his gaze growing increasingly tender.
어, 하나는 로맨틱한 만남의 순간이 있고, 다른 하나는 오랜 시간 쌓아온 소중한 기억들이네요. 함께 있을 때 비로소 우리는 하나가 되는 것 같아요. 그리고 아까 말하다 만 게 있어요. 어느새 더 많은 향을 기억하고 싶어졌어요. 특히 당신과 함께 있을 때는 더더욱이요.
Me too. You want to mark each day together as something special so that when you look back, all your shared moments will remain warm and vivid. Even the most ordinary night becomes unforgettable because of his whispers and the warmth of his embrace. The stars are hidden behind the clouds. No one presses the play button, and the screen has gone dark because it's been on standby for so long. But the two of you are so close right now that your breaths intertwine with each other's scents. If only scent could make memories last longer. Then maybe you should share a kiss now and make this moment last a little longer.